We are going through exercise 6a. This is question 7. Let's give it a go. So we are told the following. It is known that this polynomial is equal to x plus 1 multiplied by this for all the values of x for suitable values of b and c. The first thing that we need to do is expand and collect like terms. We know how to expand. It's nice and easy. What I'm going to do is this times this, this times this, this times this. Then I'm going to go this times this, this times this, and this times this. Let's do that now. So I'm going to wind up with x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus x squared plus bx plus c. The next thing that I need to do is gather some like terms here. So what I mean by that is really I have this x squared here and I have this x squared. I also have this cx and I have this bx. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them next to each other. So I'm going to get bx squared plus x squared plus cx plus bx plus c. So all I've done in this step is simply brought the green ones together and I've brought the blue ones together. And I've done that because what I can do is take out a common factor. So what I can do here is take out that common factor of x squared. So I'm going to be left with b plus 1 x squared. And over here, I'm going to be left with c plus b x. So I'm taking out that common factor of x plus c. That is my final answer. It is now fully expanded, nice and neat. Perfect. Let's now move on to part B, which is asking me to find b and c by equating the coefficients. So I'm going to have to look up here at my original question, well, the start of the question, and I'm going to have to start equating. So what that means is this b plus 1, because it's in front of my x squared, is going to be equal to negative 7 because that's in front of my x squared. So I can go b plus 1 is equal to negative 7. I then do some simple rearranging, so negative 1 to both sides, or minusing 1 to both sides, which is going to tell me that b is equal to negative 8. Perfect. Then the next thing I'm going to do is say c plus b must be equal to 4 because they're both in front of x. So I'm going to get c plus b is equal to 4. Now I know that b is equal to negative 8, so I can go c minus 8 equals 4. Then what I do is I can just simply plus 8 to both sides. And as you can see, I'm going to be left with c is equal to 12. Now there's also a very quick way you could do this as well. You could immediately recognize the fact that this c is going to have to be equal to this at the end because they're both my constants with no x's at all. So that would mean that c is equal to 12. So that's just double checking what we already know. So for part B, it's that and that. All done. Perfect. We are now up to part C, which is asking us to do, hence write this polynomial as a product of 3 linear factors. Let's come back and look at C here, where it says, it is known that this polynomial is equal to x plus 1, this polynomial. We know that x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial because we don't have a remainder on the end. So that means that we're halfway there. And the fact that they've already given it to us means that this x plus 1, we can just simply write it down. We've got x plus 1. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my values of b and c because we know what they are. So my b value is negative 8. So it's going to be x squared negative 8x. And my c value is 12. It's going to be plus 12. All right, let's zoom in now. So hopefully that made sense. We figured out what b and c were in the previous question. And now we've simply subbed that in to what we were originally given. We now need to figure out 3 linear factors. Now we already have one linear factor right here, x plus 1. So now all we need to do is break this quadratic up into 2 linear factors, which simply means we have to factorize it. So to factorize it, we're just going to go product sum factors. I'm going to have to find 2 numbers that multiply to get 12, sum to negative 8, which is obviously going to be negative 6 and negative 2, which means I can rewrite this as x plus 1, just from there. then this is going to become x minus 6, x minus 2. And that right there is your final answer. Let me just zoom out and double check all this. Zooming out. Perfect. So those are all your answers. X minus 6, x minus 2, x plus 1. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Hopefully that was helpful to you and you enjoyed this video. Great question. And it's really leading you and kind of preparing you for learning about the remainder theorem and the factor theorem and all that really great stuff all related to polynomial long division. You gotta love polynomials. It's a great topic. Hopefully this video was helpful to you.